Welcome to the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 252. The first setup of the day was submitted by Danny. I don't know if that's the best way to handle the speakers.
It just raises it, that's it.
Yeah, especially the studio monitors, you know, these are meant to sound amazing. I'd put it on something a little nicer. Part of me wants there to be more, but at the same time, you don't want to go borderline over the top. But I do think a little bit more could go on there just to kind of add to accessories. That is a very odd spot for it because you have to think, if he plugs in a microphone, which is what most people use this for, I don't know exactly why there's nothing plugged into it, but the XLR cable has to go right in there. So the cable's coming out of the dead center of the two displays. So you're sitting right there and it's coming right into your stomach. You know, like, is that really the best spot for it? It should be either on the left or right side. Danny scored a 90. The next setup was submitted by Lucas. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I did have a moment before I read his email where I was like, is that a stuffed dog? What the fuck is that?
I think that was one of the reasons I accepted this setup.
Dude, zoom in on it.
I know.
The dog can't see. Give it a haircut. You'll see just how bad the cable management is. I gave him a terrible score on that. You know, his headphones just sitting up on the desk. The right display isn't even on. Who knows if it even works. The usability there is awful. You have the mouse pad kind of curling up onto the stand, so that's a big issue. Lucas scored a 40. The next setup was submitted by Dino. And then, yeah, the white on white with the nice dark wool and whatnot. Very, very nice. I do like it. The headphones gotta go somewhere better than that. And I think you should really keep that corner more so dedicated to showing off the case and call it a day from there. You know, a wall that's not being used. I see cable management is not even a thing over there. Plus, I see, which is probably the most confusing part to me, an Xbox.
So far away from anything.
Where is it hooked up to? I don't know. I have no clue. Personally, I think it would make more sense to have a TV above where the console is, or I don't know, just have the console somewhere close to where it's actually being used. Dino scored a 76. The next setup was submitted by Bobby. He's like under, I want to say a bed, but then again, there's no mattress on top.
Maybe he just sleeps on the hard railing.
Yeah, maybe he's like, you know, conditioning himself for living in the wild for a year or two by himself. I don't know. It's coming off of his laptop, which is nice and all, but we see cables. And then one thing that really irks me is the garbage can. Not only is it full, it's overflowing. I don't know what the usability is like there, but he did say he plays CSGO, so I'm assuming there's some stupid ass reasoning behind it, like, actually my neck, I'm gonna have to block this if I want to be able to get kills.
If you're not using that actual bed frame above, I would just get a desk. Like,
yeah,
I really don't understand the full, like, unless you're like 4'2", it's like normal for you to walk underneath it. But I just feel like for any person that's normal size, that's like a pain just to keep like ducking over, even if it's just the top of your head.
Bobby scored a 66. The next setup was submitted by Grant. It's not good. But if you were to have more room, it would make a lot more sense. You're trying to fit 3 to 4 different sort of setups all on one kind of small situation. I feel like, I don't know, I'm having a hard time with all this. It's just like weird to me because the far right display seems like it'd be a lot better than the far left. Usability of the speakers, like I said, subwoofer shouldn't be there. Having 15 setups on one desk doesn't really work. But Tom, he does have the more lag canvas art. Grant scored a 62. The next setup was submitted by Hayes. There's only one main critique that I have with this setup. You know, the theme. Look at it. It's great. The pop bottles on the shelf, the little figures being displayed, the framed artwork is amazing. The only thing I have a problem with is just the fact that he's not centered to that left desk. And I know some people don't really get what I'm saying, but I think this is pretty obvious. You look at the right speaker and it's not even on the same desk. And although it's not probably the biggest deal breaker in the world, I think the PC should go to the right, and then the speakers, the monitor. Start with the monitor. Center the monitor to the desk that you're actually sitting at, and then keep everything, you know, set up with that, you know, bop, 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 you know. Hayes scored a 92. The next setup was submitted by Gregory.
Really, the problem is he doesn't have an actual desk.
I think the problem is he robbed a furniture store and got the wrong stuff. The craziest thing is he has a dope-ass PC, triple monitors, and then this. Set all the furniture on fire, buy a simple desk, put it up against the wall. IKEA lid mount will cost you like $50 for everything you need. I think it's pretty straightforward, right?
I mean, get some calic shelves too if you want to display the stuff, because I see you have stuff in the little drawers, like more dolphin stuff and all that, and you got
actual
some boxes and actual dolphin body parts. I mean, yeah, I would probably get some shelves to go along with it if you're going to get a plain IKEA desk, or any desk that's plain. You can make your own.
Gregory scored a 64. The final setup of the day was submitted by Mike. I just feel like that's odd. At least do something with the left one. I'd probably just punt that shit into the backyard because it's so small anyway, and it's got this big ass stand. And yeah, I don't know. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Having the PC there, your speakers are like, right up against the monitor. Your headphones are barely on the desk. Your blue snowball's like, what the hell am I even doing here? It's definitely interesting. So I think for you, it might make more sense to put the PC down on the floor. Like I said, punt the little monitor out the window, and then just keep the one monitor there. Spread out the speakers. You'd have your headphones stand in the corner. Mike scored a 78. Hayes walked away with first place with a 92. Thanks for watching the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 252.